Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking movie reaction review. Currently we are going through all of the original Universal Horror Invisible Man films. Ooh, today we have the sequel to the original 1933 Invisible Man, The Invisible Man Returns from 1940. It's a sci-fi horror film, a little longer than the last one, an hour and 21 minutes. Very cool film. It's got a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb and 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. 92% of Google users like the film, of course. The initial release was January 12th, 1940. Director Joe May. The film series is Universal Horror or Universal Monsters, whichever. Nominations: Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, and actually more than that. Several more than that. Had some great special effects that still hold up today. And screenplay by Joe May, Kurt Sidemak, H.G. Wells, and Lester Core. Yeah, The Invisible Man is an H.G. Wells creation. We do have quite the cast in this one, actually. Vincent Price as Jeffrey Radcliffe, or Sir Jeffrey Radcliffe, a.k.a. The Invisible Man! Gotta love Vincent Price. Such a charming, charming actor. Cedric Hardwicke as Richard Cobb, Nan Gray as Helen Manson, John Sutton as Dr. Frank, Alan Napier as Willie Spears. I believe he was also Alfred in the 60s Batman show. Cecil Kellaway as the Inspector, and Forrester Harvey as Ben Jenkins. He was actually in the last movie as well. He played the, innkeeper in the last film. So, this film is actually a very unique sequel in many ways, but also hits a lot of the same beats in many ways. It's very interesting. You see, you have, you have the Invisible Man in this film, who's actually a man who was wrongfully convicted of murder and is about to be executed. His doctor friend, who is the brother of the original Invisible Man, uses the same cocktail of chemicals to turn him invisible, knowing full well that he will go insane if he is invisible too long, because the chemicals mess with your brain chemistry, and also being invisible has to have some serious mental effects, just to be honest. So he does that, and he goes invisible, and he's searching for his killer, who, big spoilers from this point on, turns out to be his cousin. His cousin killed him, or his cousin killed his brother and framed him for it specifically so that he could, one, take over the business, but mostly because he wanted to smash his fiancée. That's the main reason. So he figures that out, and instead of turning him in, he starts to want to get revenge, because the chemicals actually drove him insane way faster than expected, and the doctor turned him invisible out of desperation before he was able to find some kind of cure. He tries to kill his cousin, who does eventually end up dead, and they do prove his innocence because his cousin confesses as he's dying. And Vincent Price, it looked like it was going to have a tragic ending. It looked like it was going to have basically the same ending as the original Invisible Man. But it does not. He actually gets cured via blood transfusion. He goes through several blood transfusions because he's lost so much blood. And he has internal injuries that he's going to die from. But the doctor can't treat him because he can't see him. Suddenly he starts turning visible again. And I was like, oh man, in the last film it said if an Invisible Man dies, the chemical stops reacting in the blood because, you know, he's decomposing, and he'll turn visible again. So I thought he was dead. It was played up real well. And then the doctor was like, the blood cured him. All those transfusions spread out the chemical that was in his bloodstream through so many people in such small amounts that it's unable to turn them invisible or make them crazy, and it got most of it out of his system. So, you know, heavy blood transfusions is actually the cure for an invisible man. It turns out. So that was very cool, and it was a happy ending. His name was cleared. He got to live. And young Vincent Price is a handsome little fella. Speaking of Vincent Price, he does an amazing job in this film. The Invisible Man was a role made for him. He played it sane. He played it sad. He played it insane. what a wonderful... what a wonderful performance on Vincent Price. He's also so charming. Like, even when he's doing crazy stuff, you're like, damn, you know, he's still so cool and charming. He's got an amazing voice, and I just love Vincent Price, I gotta say. The special effects in this film are incredible. It also had some incredible camera work, both of which hold up today. I watched kind of a remastered version on the Legacy collection of the all the original Universal Invisible Man films. Truly some incredible work on this. I really, really loved it. I do miss James Whale, but still, it's very, very fun. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Next time, we will be doing The Invisible Woman. That's it. Thank you all once again. See you all next time.